We'll start today sitting in Sukhasana, easy pose. If easy pose is uncomfortable for you, you can pick another seated position so long as that spine is nice and tall. Draw the navel in. The crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Bring the shoulder blades together and down your back and place your hands on your thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. Allow your chin to be parallel to the ground or slightly tilted forward to get some nice length in the back of the neck. Begin to become aware of your breath. And so long as your nose isn't stuffy, allow the breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. When we breathe through our nose, not only do we stimulate the nadis, but it actually can be beneficial for our immunity. Our nose is designed to be moist and to filter out with the cilia. I believe it's cilia. The little hairs inside the nose can stop intruders from going in. So when we practice this breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, it's very healthy for the nasal passages. With each inhale, allow that spine to grow tall. And as you exhale, keep the length in the spine and just begin to release tension. Start to bring your breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. So before we begin today, I'm going to ask you each to set an intention for your practice. But what is that? I found an old yoga journal magazine. Let's see, it's June 2012. And they actually have a nice little explanation of what an intention is. Now, this article talks about setting an intention each morning when you wake up, which is a wonderful idea. You can also set an intention before each yoga practice. You can set an intention at any time. You don't just have to wait for the morning. Intention is essentially the capacity to stay in touch with the core values that you wish to live by as you pursue your life's goals and engage with others. Being grounded in your intention literally changes what you perceive in a situation and how your mind interprets what you perceive. It also affects how you act on what you perceive. Knowing what is essential to you allows you to respond to life's ups and downs with a clear mind and an open heart. Your intentions also support you in making choices and decisions, help you endure anxiety and stress, and enable you to bear disappointment and difficulty with equanimity. And that was written by Philip Moffitt. So I'd like you all to go ahead and set an intention before our practice today, and it can be anything. Of course, when difficulties arise, it's easy to get swept up in strong emotions and lose awareness of your intentions. You may do or say something that isn't aligned with your intentions and regret it later. So, just like learning a new yoga pose takes practice, developing continual awareness of your intentions also requires practice, just like everything, just like remembering to stay present. Just like remembering to watch your breath. It takes practice to set the intention and then continue to revisit it. And so I will remind you to revisit your intention throughout our practice today. Let's bring the hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the 3rd exhale, share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Bow the head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. So we'll start today with the arms by our sides. As you inhale, the arms sweep up nice and wide as the palms come together to touch overhead. On the exhale, hands come together at your heart. Inhale, arms sweep out wide, palms come together to touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Continue moving with the breath here. So, what do you do if you have a shoulder injury and you're in a yoga class and they're doing something like this and it hurts? You skip it. Another alternative, if anybody has shoulder issues, wide hands, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open, exhale, squeeze. So that's a nice alternative to arm raises. The next time the hands come to the heart, you can pause there. Take your left hand by your side. As you inhale, the right fingertips reach up towards the sky, the spine lengthens, and then as you exhale, begin to tip to your left. Feel free to walk the fingertips out if you'd like, and really bow out the right ribs. Slowly bring yourself up, placing that right hand by your side. Inhale, left fingertips reach tall. Exhale, tip to the right, bowing out the left ribs. Slowly bring yourself back up. So we're going to place the soles of the feet on the floor, knees are bent. Take your right hand under the right leg and grasp the left ankle. Slide the left foot under the right leg. I'm going to get rid of this for right now. So your left foot ends up next to the right hip here. The pose that we're doing, half Lord of the Fishes, we've got some options here. Option 1 is to stay just like this. If you can keep the sit bones rooted down, you can try option 2, which is picking up that right foot and bringing it to the outside of the left thigh. Remember, those sit bones must be rooted down. Take your right hand behind the right hip. Wrap the left arm around that right knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall, and as you exhale, begin to twist to your right. You may even feel a nice stretch in that piriformis muscle that we worked on yesterday. Press down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. If you're in our second option, you'll just pick up that right foot, bring it back, and then slide the left foot out. Take your left hand under the left leg and grasp the right ankle. Slide that right foot under the left leg so that the right foot ends up next to the left hip and we're flexing the right foot. Stay just like this, or you can pick up the left foot and bring it to the outside of that right thigh. The left hand comes behind your left hip. Right arm wraps around that left knee. So here I'm kind of pulling that knee in gently, which gives me that nice stretch. Press down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, twist to your left. Remember, the inhale and exhale are flowing in through the nose and out through the nose, and they're equal. Press down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Pick up that left foot, bring it back, and slide that right foot out, and we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. So for those that haven't been on when I've talked about this big blue pad that I put under my knees, I have knee issues, which have gotten a lot better, but I can't kneel on a hard surface. So this is a foam pad. The brand name is Airex, but you can find off brands for a lot cheaper. But if you look up Airex foam pad, you'll come to this type of prop. So we're on all fours. Fingers spread nice and wide, tops of the feet flat on the floor. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, shift your hips to your heels, your chest to your thighs, coming to extended child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours. So you're moving with the breath here, exhaling back and inhaling up. When we're on all fours, press the tops of the toes into the mat and just notice how much stability that gives you. And the next time you come to all fours, pause there. As you inhale, the right arm sweeps out parallel to the mat, thumb points to the sky, and if it's okay for you, that left leg sweeps out. Bring the navel in. On the exhale, draw the right elbow and the left knee together beneath your belly. And then as you inhale, extend. Exhale, draw together. Inhale, extend. 3 more. Lower that right hand. I don't know what that is. Sorry about that, guys. I did not know that my computer could ring. That's different. Yeah, my ringer's off. That's weird. Okay. So you're going to lift the right arm and the left leg once more. And this time we're going to hold. So you're reaching those right fingertips to the space in front of you, left heel to that space behind you. Navel is drawn in towards your spine and you're breathing. Lower the right hand, lower that left knee. Take a moment to shift back to child's pose. Inhale up, all fours. On the next inhale, the left arm sweeps out parallel to the mat. And if it's okay for you, the right leg. Reach the left fingertips to the space in front of you, the right heel to the space behind you. As you exhale, draw the left elbow to the right knee beneath the belly. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw together. Inhale, extend. 3 more. When you finish, you're going to extend the left arm and the right leg, navel to the spine, and breathe. Lower the left hand, lower the right knee, shift back to child's pose, and bring yourself up all fours. From here, we're going to move into downward facing dog. So curl those toes under. Begin to shift the hips towards the back of the room. Lift the knees slightly and press back through the heels, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana. So I want everyone to bend their knees and keep them bent, and then shift the hips to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling, and then just relax the heels towards the floor. Begin to bend your knees, go back down into child's pose. And then as you inhale, you'll come back up to all fours and we'll shift back to downward facing dog. Begin to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Bring your hands to your hips, press down through the feet, coming up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Sorry guys, when my phone rang, I think we're okay. I'm always learning something here. Okay, we're good. So we're standing in Tadasana mountain pose. Just like at the beginning, arms sweep out wide, hands come together up overhead, and then as you exhale, bring the hands together at your heart. You're moving with your own breath at your own pace. The next time the hands come together at the heart, pause there. Bring your left hand by your side. Right fingertips reach towards the sky. So we're going to root down through the feet. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, tip. Slowly bring yourself up. Lower that right arm. Left arm reaches tall. Press down through the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tip to the right. Slowly bring yourself back up. Lower the arm. Take the feet wide. Outer edges of the feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. So toes are pointing straight ahead. On the inhale, arms sweep up. And on the exhale, hinge from those hips, folding forward. Hands can come to the ground. If you have to bend the knees to get them there, that's fine. Or you can place blocks under your hands. Relax your head and neck and breathe. Take a moment to revisit the intention you set at the beginning of class. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down through the feet to come up. Once again, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from those hips, folding forward. Here, you'll place your left hand right under the face on the mat. Sweep that right arm to the sky as you twist to the right and breathe. Lower that right arm. Place the hand on the floor right beneath your face. Sweep the left arm to the sky as you twist to the left. Lower that left hand. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down through the feet to come up. And we'll step our feet back to just femur width apart for Tadasana. Standing at the top of the mat, we're going to practice a half sun salutation. As you inhale, arms sweep up. I want you to bend your knees just a little bit. As you exhale, fold forward, hinging from those hips. Fingers come down to the ground. And if you can straighten the legs here, go for it. As you inhale, come halfway up. So your back is now parallel to your mat. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Place your hands on your hips. Press down through the feet to come up. Arms by your sides. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. As you inhale, come halfway up. As you exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Arms start to lift. Once the arm ears, you hinge. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. So from here, place your hands on the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg out behind you and step that right foot forward between the hands, or you can just pick the foot up and move it. And then you're going to turn the toes out slightly on that back foot. On the inhale, arms sweep up, coming to warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Make sure your right knee doesn't jut out past the ankle. Right knee tracks more towards the pinky toe instead of the big toe. Root down through the outer edge of the back foot. Bring those arms out like a T, palms face the floor. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, twist to your left as you gaze out over the right fingertips for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Bend the right elbow. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, tip to the right, forearm to the thigh. The left arm can slide so that the bicep is right over the ear. Notice the line coming from that left foot all the way up through the fingertips. Press down through the feet. Use the left hand to bring yourself back up. Warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down, one on either side of your right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg out behind you. Step that left foot forward between your hands. Root down through the sole of that right foot. Toes point out slightly. On the inhale, Arms sweep up, Virabhadrasana 1. You can always modify by placing the hands on the hips. Bring the arms out like a T, palms face the floor. Take a breath in as you exhale, twist to the right as you gaze out over the left fingertips for Warrior 2. I apologize that my back is to you. Bend your left elbow. As you exhale, tip to your left, and then let that right arm slide so the bicep is right over the ear. Breathe here, extended side angle pose. Press down through your feet. Use that right hand to bring yourself back up. Warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana. Forward fold, relax the head and neck here. If you'd like, you can grasp opposite elbows and just let the trunk of the body sway naturally. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet, coming back up. So once more, we're going to take our wide stance on the mat. Outer edges of the feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. So again, hands come down to the ground here. So I want you to begin to bend the right knee and then shift over to the right. Breathe here. Come back to center. Bend the left knee. Shift over to the left. Come back to center. And then you're going to walk your hands over towards the foot that's by the front of your mat and just pivot on the toes. So now you're facing the front of the mat. And we're going to step back to downward facing dog. From here, float the body forward to plank. You can have your knees up or down here. If you have any sagging in the back, it's best to lower the knees. Make sure the inner elbows are looking forward. Hug the elbows into the body as you slowly lower down. Sweep the chest through the arms as you rise to cobra pose. Tops of the toes press into the floor. Navel draws in. Shoulders relax away from the ears. On an exhale, slowly lower. Isometrically drag the hands back. The chest sweeps through the arms as you rise. Exhale, lower. One more time, chest sweeps through the arms. Hi, Clementine. Rising to cobra pose. Slowly lower, shift back to child's pose. Take a moment here to come back to the breath. Revisit that intention once more. Come back to laying on the belly. Bring the hands right next to the chest. So isometrically drag the hands back. The chest sweeps through the arms as you rise. And then I want you to keep going, lifting those thighs up off of the mat for upward facing dog. Breathe here. Slowly lower. Shift back to child's pose. Roll over onto your back and hug those knees into the chest. Hey, Clementine. Go ahead and lower the soles of the feet to the floor. Bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the floor. Draw the pelvic floor up and your navel in. Engage both glutes. Lift the hips. Stay here, and then you're going to draw the right knee into the chest. Lower the right foot. Left knee to the chest. Lower the left foot. Lower your hips. Knees come into the chest. Lower the feet. Arms by your sides. Pelvic floor draws up, navel in. Engage both glutes. Lift those hips. Right knee draws into the chest. Lower the right foot. Left knee draws in. Lower the left. Lower the hips. Knees draw into the chest. So we'll do that once more on each side. When you're drawing that knee in, keep the hips lifted, nice stable core. Pelvic floor draws up, navel draws in. Engage both glutes, lift the hips. Right knee in, right foot lowers. Left knee in, left foot lowers. Lower the hips, knees draw in. I think we said we were doing it once more. We're actually doing it one more time. Feet to the floor. Arms by your side. Press down through the feet, lift the hips. Right knee draws in, right foot lowers. Left knee draws in, left foot lowers. Lower the hips to the mat and draw the knees to the chest. This time we'll keep the knees hugged in. You can rock gently from side to side here. Become still. Keep those knees hugged in. We're going to do my favorite now. Lower your left foot and then take the hands between the back of the calf and thigh of the right leg. Hug the right thigh into the chest. And then as you inhale, begin to straighten that right leg as much as you can. As you exhale, bend the knee. 2 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 1 more time. Lower the right foot to the mat. Hug the left knee in, placing the hands between the back of the thigh and the calf. So you're really hugging that thigh into the chest. Inhale, straighten the leg as much as possible. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 1 more. And then lower the left foot to the mat. Keeping let's see, laying on your back, you're going to bring the knees in once again. Arms come out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, you're going to twist to the left. So you're tipping the legs over to the left. Left leg comes to the ground, right leg just rests on top of it. The right shoulder should be rooted to the earth, but if it's not, you're just going to bend your right elbow and place the hand on the rib cage to protect your shoulder. Breathe here. Slowly draw the knees back up. Adjust your foundation if needed. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So you're tipping those legs over to the right. If that left shoulder pops up, just bend the elbow and place the hand on the rib cage. Slowly draw the knees back up and place the soles of the feet on the ground. Extend your legs out nice and long. So we're going to do the same leg lifts that we did yesterday, which includes an external rotation of the femur. So you're turning that right leg, the femur in that hip socket, to the right. So the toes point out to the right. You can have your arms out like a T or by your sides. And as you inhale, you're going to lift the right leg. And as you exhale, you'll lower the leg until it almost touches the floor. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, it lowers. Keep going. See if you can do 4 more on that right leg. When you finish, you can lower the right leg and you'll bring that leg back to neutral. Then we'll switch to the left leg. So you're turning the leg in the hip socket, so the toes point out slightly to the left. And then on the inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, it almost touches the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Four more. When you finish, you can lower your left leg, bring it back to neutral, and then hug the knees into your chest. Rock side to side here. And then become still. Keep the knees hugged in. Place the right hand on the right knee, left hand on that left knee. As you inhale, the knees pull away from your chest as your arms straighten. As you exhale, knees back in. Inhale, knees pull away from the chest. Exhale, draw the knees in. Continue moving with your breath here. Hug those knees in once more. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. Rest the hands on the belly and just let the knees sway from side to side. We're going to be settling into Shavasana, but before we do, I want you to just revisit that intention once more. And remember, you can set an intention at any time. A great practice is to do it each morning when you wake up or before each yoga class. But if something goes wrong and you do something that isn't in line with your intention, you can create a new one at any time. So get anything that you might need for Shavasana. And once you have what you need, you'll just lay on the back with those legs extended out nice and long, allowing the feet to flop open naturally. The arms are by your sides, a few inches away from the body, and the palms face the sky. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth, and let your eyes rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the space around you and becoming aware of your body. Start to make any subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. You can rotate through the wrists and the ankles and turn that head gently from side to side. And then stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. And then roll to the right side in the fetal position. And we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping the eyes closed if you'd like. Use the arms to bring yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. And then once you get there, you can bring those hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for setting an intention and revisiting that throughout class. If you're looking for a little extra guidance in your life, you may try an intention setting practice daily or throughout the day. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you all so much.